one of the things the inspector notated, and all inspectors will notate it, are the gutter downspouts having a drain out. They don't really like them to just terminate there. They always think it's going to be a foundation issue later on. Can it be? Sure. Will it be? Hey guys, a little bit different video format today. I'm actually doing a walkthrough. We've already done the inspection on this home, so we have some things to notate, but we actually got the blue tape out here today. Let's see where you at, blue tape. Hello, blue tape in hand. So we're gonna walk through this house. I'm gonna point out a few things that most people kind of skip through or don't necessarily pay attention to. But if we look above us, I'm going to flip this thing around and go up. So we have a hole in the soffit up here. Looks like somebody drilled a hole. And as we walk through the property, I'm going to notate a few items that are commonly missed. First recommendation, always turn on all the lights and open up all the doors. So as you can see in here, I've opened up doors. I've opened up all the doors, turned on all the lights. So before the client gets here, everything is ready to go. The more light, the better, right? They can take a look around. They can see things. I'll give the entire family some blue tape. Bringing parents. We're just gonna chalk this thing up, right? One of the things missed here, the inspector didn't catch it either, but we're missing a shelf inside of our cabinets here. So it looks like you have the two up top, one down here. Another commonly missed item, right? So someone just kind of skipped right over that. And 3 for 3, right? No cabinets in there. So we will ask for them to fix that. And as we run through the house, there's a few other commonly missed items that people don't look for or don't see. It's no fault of anyone's, right? But it's a lot to look at. Especially when you're marking it up for paint touch-ups. And this builder did a fantastic job, I have to say. They've kept the property very clean. It's in great shape. And overall, not a ton of touch-ups needed in here, actually. So kudos to the builder here. And Lindsay Management, who's the listing agent, Brooke McDonald with Lindsay. One thing that I did notice in here that a few people might miss, if you look up in here, right, see that missing LED bulb right there? So that's a common miss, right? These disc lights. We flipped on all the switches and noticed that it doesn't work. So a few items to just notate, guys. Looking around, mostly clean, great condition, not a ton of touch-up needed as far as the, I missed this slide. Look at that. There we go. All right. So we'll walk through, we'll open up all the cabinets. And so we'll make sure that these are all open before our client gets here and walks through. But just a few notes, guys. We're doing these walkthroughs, right? Take a look up, look at your soffits, look at all of your lights, make sure they're all working and functioning. It is a commonly missed item. And flush all your toilets, right? Let your water run a little bit. And then open up all your cabinets. So that way you can see if there's anything at all that you might be missing. So down here, for example, right? Someone might miss opening up these cabinets to see if any shelves are missing, right? Sometimes I've seen them where they forget to paint one of these shelves. Another quick look at them, right? So you can kind of see they've done a great job. All painted, all the shelves are in, good stuff. The upstairs, lights are on. I didn't see anything major up there, anything to notate. All the fans have turned on. So we have ceiling fan working. We have a ceiling fan working, right? Ceiling fan working right here. So all of those are functioning. Only one missing LED disc light that needs to be replaced. Blinds functioning, right? Pull it up. It's kind of hard to do and then show you, but you know, it goes up, it goes down. These are a little tricky. So they actually, up here, you just barely move it. It'll open up the blinds, and then you move it more quickly to pull it up and pull it down, right? Outside, as we walk out here, again, make sure all your ceiling fans work. I turned this one on earlier, I turned it off at this point, but it is working, right? LEDs, even though it's outside and it's daytime, you just want to ensure that they are functioning out here, right? Outside, make sure there's no nails sticking out, any screws, anything loose on any of your rails, right? So you can just kind of give it a little wiggle, make sure everything's set. Same thing on your fence, just make sure everything's set. Just give it a little wiggle, right? Make sure there's nothing loose. Make sure everything is in its place. Looking at the rail, concrete will always do two things, float and crack. And there it is. It is cracking. Overall though, again, like I said, this builder did a fantastic job. Screens, right? Sometimes screens will be missing out of windows. I've already walked, looks like all the screens are in. One of the things the inspector notated, and all inspectors will notate it, are the gutter downspouts having a drain out. They don't really like them to just terminate there. They always think it's going to be a foundation issue later on. Can it be? Sure. Will it be? Haven't seen it yet, but you know, I'm still a young guy. That screen right there, it is in. It does look a little awkward though. All right, we're just going to walk around the exterior. Make sure there's nothing that stands out, right? Sometimes our lines won't be sealed. This one is. I don't like when the condensation lines terminate here though. That is just a bunch of water that's just gonna slowly sit there and it's gonna be a mud pit. I always recommend putting like some type of rock landscaping around it, or wringing it out, kind of like a French drain. Make sure all your fences are functioning, opening and closing, right? Like these nails right here are borderline questionable. I mean, they're fine. They're not going to get in the way or anything, so that should be all right. But yeah, so that's an inspection, guys. We're gonna, as soon as they get here, I'm gonna give the entire family some blue tape, and we're gonna start marking it up, and then send over the IRSA, the Inspection Repair Survey Addendum, to the builder, and let them know what items we're requesting them to fix and what items, and we'll mark with blue tape the things to touch up. But if you guys have any questions about an IRSA, feel free to reach out. Thanks.